Welcome, everybody. This is Pro One Plus Global. My name is Russ Field, calling in from beautiful Vancouver, and I'm going to spend about 20 to 25 minutes with you today going over the new sharing economy in our platform. So without further ado, let's get on to it. So we're going to be talking about money today, and whenever you're talking about money, there should be a disclaimer involved. So the following examples are for illustration purposes only and are not a guarantee of the commissions you will receive or the size of community you will build. What a person receives is based on their individual work ethic and other factors beyond your control. Okay, let's get off the radio voice and get back onto the webinar voice here. So what is Pro One Plus Global? Well, we're simply a professional business development platform. That's all we are. We're an educational platform that wants to go from A to B to C to teach you how to be a home business entrepreneur in this global environment. So that's what we are. Number two, where does the one come from in our name? Well, the bottom line is that you have the ability to make a difference not only in your life, but also in the lives of those people around you in the community. So the one is really about you. How do we help you be the best you that can possibly be? And then finally, what you see is the infinity symbol, and that's the that represents our infinity loop plan in the new sharing economy, which is proprietary to us. It's never been done before. One of the reasons why, after 20 years being in the home-based business industry, that I chose to, whether it's in the C-level side of things or the field force side of things, building teams, this really intrigued me, and one of the reasons I wanted to help take on this project with a group of very committed individuals. So with that, there's three ways to participate, and there's up to an 85% payout as you're in the process of taking our courses. So one is a trial member, and basically, if you share Fast Track or the Infinity Packs, you're going to receive full commissions. I'm going to say this again. So if you share Fast Track and Infinity, you're going to receive full commissions. Most companies out there usually limit the amount of commissions a person who's a trial member receives. What we wanted to do is make sure that we realize that there's 2.5 billion people out there who are unbanked that want to have a better life for themselves. They have smartphones, or they're getting smartphones, but they don't have a way to plug into the economy. So we wanted to be in a position to give them that opportunity to be able to do that. So even as a trial member, if you enroll either 2 Fast Track members or even just an Infinity member, you'll automatically be upgraded, because everything we have is automatic in our back office, as a fully paid Fast Track member. And your goal, of course, is to get on the Fast Track as soon as you possibly can. So what is a Fast Track member? Well, simply a Fast Track member is going to be paying $39 USD for their education every 28-day cycle. Now, we're going to get into what that education is and what it comprises of in a few minutes. But basically, if you want to be in a position where you only pay it one time out of pocket, you simply want to share it with 2 people to be able to get the Fast Track platform for free, because it's a 2-level affiliate system. So out of the 39, we actually pay out 32, but in essence, the first level is $25. 25 times 2 is $50 US. And then, of course, the last one is the Infinity member, where it's $135 every 28 days. And basically with this is when you share it with 3 people, you're going to receive 25 times 3, which is 75, plus the Infinity bonus, which is an extra 60 over the month, which equals over $135, which puts you in a position so that you're only out of pocket one time. So if you're doing a little bit of work, what's going to happen is you're going to be in a position to always have your education paid for. Now, even if you had to pay for the education out of your pocket, you're going to get a university education at JUCO college prices, junior college type prices, or community college prices, which is really, really good. So what are the benefits of a Fast Track member? Well, first of all, we get the MobiRise web builder for free. So you have the ability to build any website you want. It's in our back office under projects. We also have 18 projects there for you to be able to put on, so you can promote them. And as you make commissions, you can get those different projects done, whether it's something you need done at the house, maybe it's paying off some student loan, or maybe credit card debt. Whatever the project is, it could be a hobby. You can put commissions from this towards that, and you can promote whatever that project is, which is really, really cool. Our social media marketing center, which has over 500 different memes in it that you have the ability where you don't have to create that stuff. We've done it all for you. We've even done the research of what you need to do to basically copy and paste it to put in your Facebook to get absolutely the best results on your postings. A back office management platform, which gives you the ability that if you're growing a community of people, and if you're an entrepreneur and a business person, you kind of need to know what the numbers are. So we want to teach you how to be able to see those numbers and understand those numbers so that you can manage your community as it grows and be in a position to make to make the best value for your family. Max Steingart, the father of social media. Now, Max is one of our vendors, and he is absolutely amazing. His ability to be able to teach people very simply how to professionally and elegantly market themselves online, but also create relationships with people through Facebook and specifically LinkedIn, which is very underutilized right now in the social media spectrum, to be able to gain targeted leads, which are targeted free leads for your business as you grow your community. So we have all of that ready to go. Max comes on a few times a month to be able to help you out as well, plus a full course for Fast Track members. And then, of course, we have our Pop Card digital business card, which is a great platform to allow you that when you're out and about meeting people or whatever you're doing on the prospecting side, you have all of your information simply on your cell phone, and all you need to do is just send that link to someone if they're interested, and you can just share that link, and then all the information that they need to make a decision or to get back to you for a three-way call or whatever it is going to be there. And of course, a lot of education, training, and support. So all of that is available to you as a Fast Track member. So there's a massive amount of value on the educational side for just $39 every 28-day cycle. Okay, the Infinity members, $135 US every 28 days. So you're going to get the entrepreneurial platform through Mobilize. We talked about 18 different mobile projects that you can just click on, and they automatically go back into your, they integrate right into the front of your website. Pop Card. One of the reasons we chose Pop Card versus other digital business cards is the way it's coded. I come from a technical background. I've been a CTO of a public company in the past, and one of the cool things about Pop Card is that actually the way it's coded in such a specific way that we believe over the next 6 to 9 months, the value of Pop Card will supersede the $135 a month you're paying for everything else. So we're super excited about a relationship with them, and it's something that you're going to have the ability to be able to grow into that and use that as an excellent marketing resource. As we continue to grow that relationship. Max Steingart has more information, more in-depth information, scripts, everything you need, that when you're in the process of moving your community and moving yourself to the next level, you have the ability to be able to grow into that and be able to spend more time garnering more of those leads to be able to help not just you, but your community out. And then, of course, we're introducing MMS Bootcamp. Now, this is the thing. When you make money, there's a certain mindset you need to have. There's a certain attitude you need to have to be able to put yourself in a position to, garner the right altitude in life. And a lot of times what I've seen in building very large teams in the past is a lot of people, what they do is they make some money and then they move from their job into being an entrepreneur full time, but they don't have the discipline, and they don't really understand, some of the intricacies that it takes in your mind of what you need to do on a daily basis to be able to, fully explore where you want to go and what you want to be. The great thing with MMS Bootcamp is that teaches you that. And we have an individual who's part of the MLMIA Hall of Fame, and he's absolutely fantastic on it. And we have some of these actually done for free already, so that you can go into your back office under MMS Bootcamp. You can see who the individual is who's helping mentor us, and also you can start to see some of the content that he's put out to see how excellent it is for you to be able to move forward. So at the end of the day, what we're going to do is we're just going to be getting paid to share. Okay. So Infinity is for the entrepreneurs looking for a full business solution, and it pays up to 87%, whereby up to 84 of the $96 is paid out every subscription. So 87% of that Infinity portion of the 135 is paid out. With respect to Fast Track, what's going to happen is there's $39 in there, and we're paying out 32 out of the 39, which is 82%. So let's get into some numbers so you start to understand different things that you can do to be able to not only get involved, but maybe even push your, push your community to be able to grow a little bit faster. So what this is showing is it's simply showing someone who's come in, and I'm going to explain this calculator for you. It's very, very important for you to understand that. So first thing in the calculator you see is really red, and it says goal. One time out of pocket, $39 for fast track, $135 for infinity. So we're going to show you in the next few slides how to be in a position to always have your subscription for free. So the variables are the most important part of this calculator, and you have an opportunity in your back office in the lower left-hand quadrant of the lower third of the menu system to be able to find the calculator, and I'll show you that in a couple minutes. But interestingly enough, the variables are what you're going to change. So in this case, the variables are always going to be listed in yellow, so you know that those are things that you can change. And in this case, it says infinity, yes or no. And if it says no, it just means that these individuals who are coming in at the fast track level. So looking at this, what it means is that you've personally shared this with two people who've paid $39 each, okay? And by doing that, what's happened is you're gonna make 25 times 2, which is $50. So now you have $11 more than what the next cycle costs just by sharing this with two people. So no matter how you brought those people in, at the end of the day, when they're in there, they can choose to do whatever marketing system that you're in the process of utilizing. But also you have the ability to just talk to other people. And some people look at that and go, 39 bucks, let's go. And they're gonna rock and roll right away. So that's the wonderful thing. So this is called 2 to fast track for free. And in here, what it simply means is that you're a fast track person and you've personally put in 3. I call this power of 3. And what it means is you've put in 3 people, and because you've put in 3 people, you're gonna make $138. Now the cool thing with this is 138 is more than what? It's more than your subscription. So as long as you have 3 people, if you're at the infinity level, what it means is that you're gonna be in a position to always be having that paid for out of your commission. So it's never gonna come out of your, we're not gonna go into your credit card and take that 138, as a subscription out of your credit card. You're gonna, if you have to pay some of it, you can manually do it. The cool thing with this is that when you put in 3, your goal is to do what? Is to teach your people to get their stuff for free. When they do 3, what happens, this is showing that it's just 2 levels. And then all of a sudden what happens is you're gonna make 138. So basically it's 3 times 25 is 75, and then it's 9 times 7 is 63, that equals 138. So the best thing about this is that you know the calculator works, it's just numbers. And at the end of the day, if you have 12 people in your group, you do a 3 by 3, you're going to automatically upgrade to the infinity level. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch gears a little bit. We're going to talk a little bit faster because I'm Canadian. I talk fast, I walk slow. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit about our bonuses, our matching bonuses, which are involved in our titles. Now, we only have 3 titles. We have a bronze, which is a 10% matching bonus on coded commissions. We have a silver, which is 20%, and we have a gold, which is 40%. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to make the assumption. I generally don't like to make assumptions, especially when we talk about money, but we're going to make an assumption now that every person who's an entrepreneur at the end of the day wants to be in a position where they can make an income that's based on an infinite level or an infinite generation of revenue being produced. That's ultimately what every entrepreneur wants. And if you're coming with Pop G and we're teaching you how to be a business person, I would think that over a set period of time, that would be something that you would probably set your eyes on. So we're going to talk about the infinity bonus and the infinity pack from now on. So when you look at the bottom here and it says yes, infinity, yes or no, it says yes there, it's checked off. What this means simply is that all of the people who we're going to be talking about now have upgraded to the infinity level. So we're going to show the numbers based on infinity people so that we can get you to understand how powerful this new sharing economy is with this affiliate system. So what this means is as soon as you enroll your first infinity person, you're what we would call a bronze. And from 1 to 3, you're going to make a 10% a 10% matching bonus on those people that you personally share this with become Infinity members. So that means that the cool thing about that is as soon as you go Infinity and you have your first Infinity person, you're starting to make a matching bonus. A lot of companies don't do that. They make you do a bunch of different things first. We wanted to make sure that you got paid on the very first person that you brought in. Number 2, what happens is because you have 4 personals now, you see where it says personal referrals, variables number 4 in yellow there. Now what happens, you have 4, well now you're called a silver and you're gonna get a 20% matching bonus. So that what that simply means is if that individual who you share this with, if they build a very large community and they say make $1,000 in a 7-day period, during the time they're making that $1,000, you're going to make, in this case, 20% of that 1,000. You're going to make an extra $200 on the coded bonuses that they make during that time, which is really, really cool. Now, interestingly enough, is what we're going to do is we're going to keep the referrals average in this case at 3. Why are we going to do that? What's the logical reason? Well, because we want all of our people to be able to get their next month's subscription for free. So if you're always focusing on helping people, helping your community to always think about how they can get their subscription, paid for out of their commissions, where it's never coming out of their pocket again, you have the ability to build something long term. And of course, this is just showing 2 levels. So in this case, you have 6 coded members and you have 16 people in your group, but you're making an extra 592. Now notice we haven't talked about bringing in a $500 bill or $1,000 or $2,500 front load. This is 592 over 4 weeks. What would $592 ultimately do for you? What if this is something that you did in a week? What if it was a month? What if it took you 3 or 4 months to do this, but then all of a sudden you're making an extra pretty close to $600 every 28 days? Maybe you're going to pay off some student loans, potentially some credit cards. Maybe you got some medical bills that have been piling up that you have to deal with. But at the end of the day, what our goal is that whatever your goal, whatever your dream are, our goal is to be able to, as an entrepreneur, to lead you to a point of happiness in your life, because that financial burden is ultimately off your shoulders. So let's talk a little bit more about more money. How do we change our lives? So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit more, and we're going to, at this point, have 8 people who are Infinity members. Now, at this point, you're a gold. So anything from 8 above, you have a 40% gold, what they call a gold matching bonus. And the cool thing with this is that if you do that, do you think you talk to your personals who are getting their subscription for free, and you'd say, hey, Joe, Dave, Nancy, you know what? I know you guys are getting your stuff for free, but do you want to double your matching bonus? Well, how would I do that, Russ? Well, just put 1 more person in. Let's go find 1 more person and get them upgraded into the Infinity side, or get them to come in Infinity. And now you're sitting there with the 40%, you're sitting at the 40% side, but they've just doubled their bronze to silver from 10 to 20%. They're going to be super happy. It's not a big, huge jump. It's just 1 extra person. And we're just going to increase the compress levels from 2 to 3. And of course, everybody's Infinity, but look at this. You have 42 coded members. That means 42 people during that 7-day period are paying you $15 times 42. And every time that something happens, you're getting paid instantly, right to our global Visa payout system, because you can order a global Visa and have that paid right out to you, which is really, really cool. If you're in a country that the global Visa doesn't work in, we will figure out solutions to make sure that you get your money to you. But look at this. This is really cool. You have 136 people in your group. No one's putting any more income in than $135, whether it's out of their commissions or if a person's starting or whatever it is, and you're making an extra $4,000 every 4 weeks, or $53,000 a year. That's quite, for a part-time business that doesn't have any front-end loading, that's a fantastic amount of income for such a low amount of people in your group. And that's what I hope you take out of this whole presentation, this new sharing economy, because of the way this is an affiliate. The coolest thing about this is that even though it pays multi-generationally into depth, the way we've coded it and the proprietary way it's coded, it's actually a 1-level affiliate system, because we're bringing these members from the depths up to you on your front line where you're getting paid the $15. So the coolest thing about this is it's still an affiliate system. It's not anything else out there. It's an affiliate system, but you're getting paid more than you've ever seen before. So If that happens, an extra 4 grand a month, maybe you're going to get a car that goes from point A to point B a little bit better than the one you have now. Hopefully, if you have a home loan, you start to pay that off and start to, do get out of debt planning or good planning. So let's go to the next level. So you have 8, you're helping your people get 4, and what you're doing is you're now building in depth. You're going down into your group and you're just building in depth. So now you're down 5 compressed levels, and look at this. You have 186 members every 7 days who are coded, so you're making $15 each off of them. When all of this happens, everything happens instantly, which is really, really cool. And then you're looking at your 40% gold bonus. You top everything together with your fast track income. You're making an extra 17,000 every 4 weeks, or 225. Now, the cool thing with the calculator, you can go in there and you can put in 30, 40, 50, 100, down X amount of levels and stuff like that. What we wanted to do is we're teaching you how to be business people. So we want you to be in a position that you can kind of future forecast where your life can be with numbers that ultimately might be more than what you make now, but it's not so astronomical that it might be outside of your dreamscape. We want you to dream and understand that this is attainable. 1,200 people in a group is very, very attainable. So that's what we wanted to, and if that takes a year, is it worth working for a year in your unproductive time to make an extra 225K? And if you do this, what are you going to do? Well, you probably have some things that you want to give to. Likely, a lot of people I talk to, especially since I'm in my, oh boy, I'm almost 50 now. A lot of people, my friends, are like, oh, wow, we always wanted to go on these cruises or whatever it was. We never had a chance to. Maybe it's a house on a lake because you love to fish or do lake activities. Potentially, it's a nicer car than the one you have. But this is the slide that I love, because this is what we're passionate about. The people who put this together, the people who are in the trenches with you, we're passionate about you taking the yoke that's on your shoulders, the chains that are around your ankles, and breaking it. And what we did is we devised this new economic sharing plan, this pay plan, to allow you to have the least amount of members with the highest potential income that we've ever seen in our careers in the home-based business industry. So whether you're a person who's been around for a long time, you've never seen numbers like that, especially without a big, huge front end load. So you're in the right time with the right place with the right company. And the greatest thing is we're going to teach you all the way. So at the end of the day, getting launched, there's 3 ways to get launched. One is a trial member. You like what you hear. You want to, dip your toe in the water. It's kind of like walking towards your goals. And you know what? The most important thing is this, is that when you're in business, you're going to fall down. And the only thing I can give you, from my business career and from my basketball career and everything I've ever done in my life, is when you fall forward. That's all you have to remember. It just, don't fall sideways, don't fall backwards, just fall forward. And as long as you're in the process of forward momentum, you're going to get there. You're going to be the best person that you can be. You're going to be the best business person you can be, and your life is going to change. Doing that a little bit faster, you're an individual, you like that 82% payout, you're going to put $39 into this thing, and you're going to say, look, and I'm going to get a couple people going in this, and I'm going to rock and roll. That's kind of like riding your bike to your goals. You know what? All it is a vehicle. Free member, fast track, and then infinity is kind of like driving a plane there, because now instead of making income just on 2 levels of revenue, now you have an opportunity to make it to an infinite level of revenue. So